So hi, I'm Waldo, and I'm from Commerce Hub, and I'm an ex-Marine. And we have a lot of problems in tech, and a lot of them are social in nature. And tonight, I want to talk about leadership. And I want to talk slower. We're not going to talk about this kind of leadership. There will be no chest locking today. But seriously, we take engineers because they're good at engineering and make them managers. Unfortunately, that's a completely different set of skills. We're doing them and everyone around them a disservice by not providing the tools they need to succeed. We're using the Peter Principle as a feature instead of a bug. This hurts them and everyone around them, and it damages productivity and credibility. Now, these are the principles of Marine Corps leadership objectives, and they are in order. You do the work, and then you take care of your people. Sometimes your people come at the expense of the work, but that should be very rare. So take care of them. Reward them appropriately. Gratitude's the easiest reward you can give, and it's the most overlooked. Congratulate them and celebrate their wins. Trust them. Tell them you appreciate them. Sometimes you can send them home early, and this is nice. There's always going to be more work, but this is especially good because there's always going to be more work. There are going to be harsh demands or ridiculous deadlines. It helps to maintain perspective on what a bad day really is. How bad is whatever happened in the grand scheme of things? But you can't send people home early all the time for what I like to think are obvious reasons. Coddling can have disastrous effects on productivity and morale. So run disaster drills. You cannot have a highly functioning operational team without them. Dylan Richard gave a fantastic keynote last year's Velocity Game Days at the Obama campaign. Break things on purpose. Now, this doesn't just happen. You drill, you refine, you repeat. And if this sounds familiar, it's because we're talking about the OODA loop here. You observe, orient, decide, and act, and then repeat. Try to instill a sense of attention to detail into your people. How many configs go into each of our apps? And how many would you say don't matter? Sometimes it only takes one mistake to bring things crumbling down. So ensure that testing is realistic and useful. You won't always have time to say it twice. So say it once, well. Be as explicit as possible, as quickly as possible. So part of your job is to grow your people. And if somebody shows an interest, even if it's not strictly their job, you need to encourage that. They're telling you that they care. So try to guide that interest into something that you find useful. Now, commander's intent is the idea that along with any given instruction, everybody knows where their role within the scope of the whole. Now, this allows for decentralized decision-making because everybody knows what the overall objective is. Another word for this is context. Everybody in your organization has the ability to solve problems. If you have them all aligned towards the same goal, you're much more smarter overall. Now, you may have gaps or weaknesses in your team, and you have to prop them up. You have to find a way to win. You go to production with the team you have, even if it's not exactly the team you would want. And a shared experience, especially diversity, brings your teams together. But don't create unnecessary problems. Sabotage has a smell, and they will never trust you again. So having a confidant is vital. And I don't necessarily mean your significant other. What I'm talking about is somebody who has an awareness or understanding of the problem space, but maybe isn't directly involved. Someone that can just offer basic advice. Know your strengths and weaknesses. You don't know everything, and you can't. But you can be confident. You can say, this is the right thing to do now. And when you're proven wrong, you change. Finally, don't forget that you are a part of your people. Take care of your people. Thank you very much.